Hey guys, welcome back to the Let's Play. Alright, so you're going to know something very different about this. You'll probably notice that there's a bit of choppiness in this Let's Play. Well, I decided to cut out the parts where I died and just show you the complete parts that I actually beat, because I got really frustrated with the first section and then another section, but you will get to see those in a later video when the Let's Play is done. I've decided that if I cut any content, which I have cut, and I'm mostly just talking about deaths here, so if I end up dying in a Let's Play, I'm going to cut it out and then I'm going to put it in a project for a later date. That way you guys can see just how frustrated I got at certain points, and I'm sure that if you people played this as well, you would have gotten frustrated at the same spots that I did. Anyway, this is a sword base, as we all know. It's probably the second hardest mission in Halo Reach. First hardest would either be Pillar of Autumn or possibly New Alexandria. And New Alexandria is really hard due to the fact that you have to fly around everywhere, so there's required things. You can't really speed run through it or skip certain enemies. You can skip two sections, you can skip two primary objectives and not have to fight any enemies. It's just the hospital. And because I suck at hijacking Banshees from the Falcon, that's not going to be happening. I won't get to do the speed running glitch. So you'll have to watch the full extent of me being bad. Anyway, I was contemplating not doing a commentary for this one, but I decided to go against it because I think the three parts that I swear my heads off, because the game's being ridiculous on Legendary to me, isn't going to cut it, and it's just going to make for a boring gameplay video. So yeah, otherwise it's the weekend. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I do these videos especially for you, even though they're shit and you probably hate my voice by now. I'm going to stop right here. Alright, yeah, I'm sure you heard exactly what I said. You would probably notice that that should have been a headshot every time I shot that skirmisher, but nope, denied. Sometimes I like to blame the developer for myself sucking at that point, but it's true. That's what we all do. Whenever I'm like online, I say, fuck you, Bungie, for giving me shit teammates. And it's true. Because fuck you, Bungie. Yeah, so I was thinking of talking about Halo 4. What do you guys think about it? I mean, a lot of people, fans, think that it's a complete radical change in the Halo franchise in terms of gameplay. I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but I would definitely say it still retains some of its elements. But if we're talking about the multiplayer, it's changed from, depending on the game type, say let's talk about Infinity Slayer or Big Team Battle. The whole thing has been completely changed from an arena shooter, and I use the term arena shooter lightly because Halo is more of an arena shooter than being an arcade shooter such as Call of Duty. Anyway, Halo 4's multiplayer kind of takes the change in becoming an arcade shooter while mixing the elements of being an arena shooter. As we all know, Halo is a lot about map control and power weapon control. Given with the Infinity Slayer game types, we know that power weapon control is completely removed, especially if you have ordnance, so it completely changes the dynamics of map control and the principles of Halo. And yes, principles of Halo, I could scream like George Costanza about that. I mean, it's the principle, Jerry! It's the principle! But, I think the multiplayer is okay. I think the big problem with the multiplayer is that newer players can get thwarted by players who've capped at level 120 or even in those high levels. And that's what I like about Reach's multiplayer with its loadout system, is that it doesn't it's balanced in the way that everybody gets the same loadouts from the start. So while someone might have in Halo 4 these perks that are unobtainable until you reach a certain level, and that's a bit unfair considering new players and more casual players are just going to come in and think, well, how the hell am I supposed to do this? I mean, these people have been playing forever. Me, I just jumped in. What's going on here? How the fuck am I supposed to do this? But that's one of the problems that a lot of people have with Call of Duty. It's that everybody else has the weapons they don't, due to the fact that you can prestige and lose all your weapons, but you can decide to take the most overpowered weapon back with you, all for the sake of gameplay. Because it's an arcade shooter, it can get away with it because everything has its purpose. And that being said, that could be applied to Halo 4. But to think about it, if we go to the core elements of Halo, and that's basically everybody starting out on the same level and fighting on the map to bring map control back into their balance. If there's no map control, there's no advantage. So everything about Halo, it's that things are tactically placed so that teams can get their shit together and take over and get the map control. So what someone might think is an insignificant weapon on the map, it could actually really turn the tide and bring balance to the game. Such as a notable example of this would be the sniper rifles on the pit in Halo 3. If both teams control the sniper rifles, your chances are you're pretty much going to get wrecked every time. You probably just heard a Facebook blip. Ignore that, please. It's me, Augusta1. Just listen to my voice. I'm sexy as always. Or even on back to the original point on Halo Reach, the grenade launcher on Sword Base. As we all know, a big element of Sword Base is controlling the top part of the map, so basically level 3. What a lot of people don't realize is that there's a weapon that's designed to tip the balance back into their favor by using the grenade launcher in the middle bridge. So that would help out a lot, like massively a lot, in taking out the people who probably have control of the close quarters weapons on level 3, because level 3, well, if they go down to level 2 from level 3, which they can get the shotgun. So if they have control of the shotgun, they pretty much have control of the grab lifts upstairs. But the grenade launcher, it's the helpful tool because you can bounce it around corners and it has a large blast radius. But there's no grenade spawn. There's only 2 grenade spawns on the top level, and it's plasma grenades. As we all know, if you spawn on the bottom, you can basically mindlessly spam your grenades and pepper the enemy and win. The only way to counter this really is by using like armor lock, getting in there, kamikaze. But most people don't really kamikaze, but they do fucking do stupid shit by like running on into the enemy, dying. You'll find that I like to whinge about my teammates just because I had a game earlier earlier than recording this where I had 2 teammates in a 3v4. And they accounted for 85% of the team's deaths. And I was very upset, very, like, completely not pleased. So, yeah, it's great. It's such a rarity to actually get competent teammates and win four matches in a row. But when you do, it's one of the best feelings ever. I don't always like my own videos, but if I do, I most certainly do. Because I'm the most interesting man in the world. Well, I wish I was. Not much more to say. Going back to Halo 4, I haven't played the Halo 5 beta. I'm not sure. To me, it looks a lot like an element is really changed. They've added in the iron sights or zoom feature for most of the weapons. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, generally Halo, the whole point of Halo is that they don't need to aim down the sights. They've got the HUD to act as the sights. Iron sights is just pretty much exactly the reticle in the middle, but whatever. I guess it's trying to bring a game to make it look a lot more like the most popular first-person shooter franchise out there at the moment, and still is until something comes along and does a new original idea and topples it. You guys actually might see some Evolve videos on here next week because got to do some flavor of the month. Flavor of the month videos are always great because they always rack up the views. I mean, they don't rack up the views. We do these videos for the community, not for views. Such a shallow existence, just doing things for views. I mean, what kind of scrub would just do that, trying to get money and get paid? Oh well. But yeah, I've got a few ideas, but I would like to get more input. If I've got you loyal fans out there, I mean, and by loyal I mean 2008 loyal, which I doubt you're still watching my videos from the Spartans days. And then I've got my fans from the 2011 when I did the guides for Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. I'm pretty sure everybody's gone and left me now, but yeah, I'm gonna be bringing back some ideas. I want to get some more community involvement. I want to do top 5 Halo clips of the week, or hell, even top 10. And it's like, but why would I give you why would I want to do that? It's like, well, I'm thinking about giving incentive, like maybe Xbox Live codes being given out. It could be pretty good, could help you. I mean, we both win. I spend money getting people to come to my channel, and you guys can win prizes. Yeah? Sound good? Prizes? Yeah. It's like, well, that's really original, isn't it? It's like, well, it's either like other more popular YouTube channels, they do their top 5s or top 10s, and it's like, what's the reward? You just get the glory of being on that channel. For me, it's I want to give people the glory of winning a prize, something that they want to compete for, and they want to win the best Halo clip. Now, I would only limit this to Halo 3, 4, and Reach, and even ODST, due to the fact that you can send through file share, and I can just go through and record that. But because file sizes are a bit too hard to attach onto an email, I wouldn't recommend CEA. Or hell, if I had Master Chief Collection, I would do from all the other ones, and if there's file share, you can recommend it to me. But anyway, I would love to have a community video at least once a week, probably be every Friday, and that's Australian time, so it'd be Thursday for you Americans. I've probably talked through a bit of the talking parts where I've talked on the actual audio, and that's because I didn't realize I left my mic plugged in. I'm probably going to do that more often because, well, the mic will let me record some accidental rage parts. Like, I rage a lot, and people think it's fake, but it's not fake. I'm pretty legitimate. I'm not trying to force it at all. That's just how I sound when I rage. The microphone makes me sound different. If you saw me in person, you know I'd get worked up over pretty much anything. My number one pet peeve is things that just don't work properly. And something that doesn't work properly is customers or difficulty where you just get bullshitted. Like, you know, when you watch videos and then it's completely done the other way when you do it through yourself. It's complete horseshit. To me, that's just my opinion. You guys might not think that. Try and knock Emil off the edge here, but I fail. And then we get to have the cutscene and final thing here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to next week, and I'll bring you Nightfall, which will be much smaller. It should only be give or take 5 minutes, given the fact that I don't like playing through Nightfall. So thanks, guys. See you later.